Hello, my wonderful people, my viewers and subscribers all over the world. On a well done, good morning to you all, depending on where you are at this very point in time. Welcome you all to this Obonga station, where we speak to you the undiluted truth about the Biafran struggle, about the election coming up barely 48 hours or thereabout, and about the things happening globally. In case this is your first time of joining this family, you are listening to Okute Daily Talk, where we speak to you the undiluted truth about what we are facing in Nigeria, in Biafra land, and the world at large. So, my brother, you are highly welcome. My sister, you are highly welcome. We urge you to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification button to be able to be getting updates each time we post something new or we go live on this channel or another channel related to Okute Daily Talk. Please, quickly, let us take this headline. What Yashao Shaibu is saying about P2B and Mazin Namdekano coming up the concerning the 2023 general election. According to the news, look at the headlines here. Breaking news, 2023 election, P2B of Nigeria and Mazin Namdekano of Biafran State. That is the great news that we have for us this very Thursday morning. In case you are wondering who, I repeat myself, I still remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk. Please, there's not much time to set aside for frivolities. Let us go straight into the main business of the day. Please, tighten your seatbelt and give me your listening ear because we have a lot to discuss today. It has taken me more than 6 months to finally write this article on P2B, one-time bank chief, former governor of Anambra State, and the 2023 presidential candidate of Labour Party for some personal reasons, according to Yushao Shaibu. This one is a complete northerner. Please listen attentively. Sorry to say, or trying to go so that you hear this great news coming from that same man that people have downgraded. That same man that even his own countrymen, even his own kinsmen don't even support him or believe in him. Just like that idea that we used to say then, that that a prophet is not being valued in his own homeland or home country or hometown, whatever way you may like to put it. Because English, it depends on your level of understanding. That is the level you will speak and also understand according by the people, according by our professors, sorry to say. So let us read this news now, and I would like you to pay the utmost attention because there are things you need to hear from this very broadcast that you have not heard before, either concerning P2B or concerning Mazin Namdekano or Simon Ekpa. I be Simon Ekperima. According to the way they used to call him, don't me give him the name. Even all the bloggers now, what did they call him now? Simon Ekperima. I don't know I beg waiting the meaning of Ekperima. Drop them in the comment section. I'll be right back. I have authored the profiles of virtually all the major presidential candidates and was surprised that despite having had a few memorable encounters with P2B, I only merely mentioned his name in the passing as a bridge builder across the Niger in an article in June of 2017. We're gonna hear titled "Between Nigerian Igbos and Biafran Agitators: A Northern's Perspective." This one is coming from a northerner who take out his time to study P2B, to study the Biafran agitators, and those ones who cannot barely even spell their names, but they will keep on abusing Nigeria, abusing other tribes, elites, and so on and so forth. So let us hear this, a northerner's perspective, according to the English. And his name is Yushao Shaibu. Yushao Abi Yeshu Shaibu. Whichever way, my brother, because I don't put me into confusion. So according to the news, and he said, and I quote, I recall writing between Obasanjo, Atiku, and the media in August of 2003 on the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party PDP, Atiku Abubakar, on how the press has fueled his altercation with his then principal, President Olusegun Obasanjo. On the presidential candidate of the new Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, which is Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso, I wrote between Jonathan and Kwankwaso in November of 2013, wherein I disclosed the hallmarks of his administration as the governor of Kano, as the provision of scholarships, entrepreneurship skills, and massive housing to the people while embarking on ambitious road building projects throughout the state. On the African Action Congress, which in Nembi Omoyele Sowore AAC presidential candidate of Sahara Sowore of Sahara Reporters as well for president. In the April of 2018, I highlighted how he not only supported but equally protected me during a very difficult period in my life. That is Shuaibu speaking. I further emphasized in the piece how Sowore was in the habit of utilizing his media platform to promote human rights and fight against corruption, coupled with the dictatorial tendencies of people in power. This one, you go hear them fully on SaharaReporters.com. And in January of 2022, before the primary elections, I wrote a tribute to Bola Tinubu, who subsequently became the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, APC, titled 2023, Bola Tinubu and his loyal boys in government. I underline his dogged spirit alongside strong reputation for building people by affording them unusual opportunities to succeed in public space, which informs their unwavering loyalty to him because they are working for the prosperity of this very man, according to the news. In March of 2022 as well, I had encounters with the two respected spy masters at different times and locations. One of them is serving as an intelligence chief and the other a retired security caesar, both from the north. Our deliberations were on political presidential candidates from the southeast. We discussed the activities of the self-acclaimed leader of the proscribed secessionist movement, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, who suddenly emerged as the most adored and prominent figure in Igbo land. He said, and I quote, "Kanu is so reverend in the region that when he issued orders, his followers and others in the southeast obediently obeyed. Apart from ordering sit-at-home actions on what should be working days, Kanu, who called Nigeria a zoo in his online broadcast, regularly insulted other ethnic groups, championed a secessionist campaign for an independent Republic of Biafra by inciting violence and promoting vile anti-Nigerian sentiments. First arrested on the 14th of October of 2015 on a terrorism charge, he was granted bail on the health grounds on the 25th of April 2017. However, he breached the bail conditions and fled abroad. While in self-exile, Kanu intensified seditious campaigns against Nigeria, using Radio Biafra to instigate violence and incite IPOB members to commit violent attacks on civilians and government personnel, particularly military and paramilitary officers and the Independent National Electoral Commission. This news is coming from a northern perspective. The Eastern Security Network, ESN, an armed wing of IPOB, continues to carry out subversive activities against the Nigerian state under the moniker of unknown gunmen. During the NSAS protest in October of 2020, aside inciting his followers to assault security personnel and facilities, Kanu threatened some Yoruba elders, after which mobs desecrated and looted the palace of the Oba of Lagos, Rewan Akiolu, who was rescued and evacuated by security agents. To the joy of many Nigerians who believe in peaceful coexistence and were deeply disturbed by his violent rhetoric and instigation of insurrection against the country, Kanu was successfully intercepted on 27th of June of 2021 through the collaborative efforts of Nigerian intelligence and security operatives and brought back to continue his trial in court. During my aforementioned encounters with the security chiefs, we discussed the likely aspirants who could emerge as presidential candidates from the then anticipated primary elections of the political parties. Meanwhile, two platforms that I run, PR Nigeria and Economic Confidential, have weekly and monthly security and intelligence reports that will submit to organizations and institutions, including security services. The analysis of one of these platforms revealed that politically, Peter Obi and Professor Pat Utomi appear to as highly acceptable faces to Igbo youths and a host of other Nigerians. The significant rise of Obi to national political reckoning with the possibility of a real shot at the presidency certainly has the capacity to assault the feeling of many Igbos pertaining to their deeply perceived marginalization and also promote political inclusiveness. In fact, intelligence shows that Obi did his homework in traversing critical states where he consulted with the right people before announcing his presidential aspiration. Apart from retired security officers, he engaged with traditional institutions, political stakeholders. It was not surprising that he picked his running mate, Yusuf Dati, from a reputable scholar and political family in the northern parts of Nigeria. Before his campaign geared formidable tractions, there were suggestions about alliances as he set out on the Labour Party ticket. Others believed he ought to have stayed in the PDP as running mate to Atiku and aspire for the presidency in 2027. Possibly, the need to avoid a slug feast with the overbearing governor in just some weekends of Rivers State made him jettison that advice. It turned out better as he embarked on own electoral trajectory, not necessarily for the February election, but definitely for the future of Nigeria. And for those who have had the good fortune of encountering Obi or encountering him, while Obi is not only stupendously wealthy and more so highly philanthropic towards good social cause, he is yet extremely simple and humble, unlike the typical rich Igbo folks and celebrities. PR Nigeria has said reason to run some fact checks that cleared a number of weighty allegations leveled against Peter Gregory Obi. I can personally testify to the fact that Obi has many enviable qualities. In 2008, as a governor of Anambra State, he attended the launch of emergency volunteer group in Awka, which was hosted by the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, where I was then the spokesperson. The director of NEMA, AVM, Mohammed Awudu Bida, retired, was amazed by his punctuality at the occasion and the very unusual act of going around with a very light entourage, unlike most Nigerian governors who go about with almost 50 to 100 vehicles and also security outfits, security escorts. I noticed that the same punctuality when he arrived earlier than the organizers of the first annual conference of the Guild of Corporate Online Publishers in Lagos in August of 2017. As the guest speaker at the event, he cautioned that the borrowing spree of the Buhari administration, coming with a figurative dangerous banana peels, could drag the country further down into financial turmoil, which is happening right this moment, alongside its attendant stress on the naira and national economy, according to Gregory Peter Obi. Even after emerging as the Labour Party candidate, Obi remains modest while going about the country on his energetic campaign. He can be described as a class act who doesn't insult or use foul language against opponents, even when his motives were misconstructed. And he became a subject of disparaging comments by those in the position. For instance, Governors Charles Soludo of Anambra and Nasir El-Rufai of Kaduna State is more measured and circumspect in replies. Like one incapable of saying ill things about anyone, He speaks kind words back to those attacking him. Obi is neither lousy nor garrulous, like some of the so-called Biafran freedom fighters and intellectuals who engage in primitive, vicious, and violent crusades in the effort to draw attention to their need to secede the southeast region from Nigeria to form the Republic of Biafra. While the Biafran agitators, especially the followers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB/ESN members, glorify and adopt violence as the only form of achieving their dream of an independent nation, they continue on the less than noble path of insurrection, characterized by the lack of fineness and civility in utterance and actions of the unknown government that insist there wouldn't be elections in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Similarly, there is an insular strain of fanatical obedience who see in Obi nothing beyond an Igbo project for seeking redress to the considered marginalization of the Igbo from the presidency of Nigeria, with their disposition being brash, uncouth, and entitled. Despite this, Obi and his Nigerian supporters believe in dialogue and engagement with the democratic process towards the building of a better country, whose fault lines can be healed. They are the patriotic obedience who are mature, responsible, and see the need for a nation where the whole will always be definitely greater than any of its individual parts. Hence, the democratic process is a tool towards achieving greatness for all the people. As we brace up for the reality of exercising our franchise to elect a president in a few days, I am solidly persuaded that fake prophecies, social media attacks, unscientific opinion polls, religious sentiments, and ethnic bigotry will not determine the outcome of the election, but the formidable appeal and groundwork of the candidate the electorate are already sold onto, and whose networks will be able to rally across different dividends. It is undeniable that the ethno-religious campaigns have fueled the air and unfortunately became a major determining factor in the forthcoming polls, while an Igbo from the southeast, a Yoruba man from the southwest, and a northeasterner have held the office of the president. Obi, Tinubu, Atiku are the main gladiators in the current race, according to them. As the prominent stakeholders in Nigeria project have declared, I enjoin our political parties and their supporters to adhere to electoral rules and be willing to embrace the spirit of sportsmanship whenever the result of the presidential election are officially announced. Then the Nigerian people will have truly spoken. This one is coming from Yesao Shaibu, founder of PR Nigeria, is the author of an encounter with the spy master and with the P2B. Hashtag free and fair election 2023. Hashtag let the vote of each head in Nigeria counts. That is what we are asking from the federal government of Nigeria. If they can do this for us, be rest assured that every other thing will be taken care of by the Almighty who made it possible for we to see this day. Another breaking news we have here. Politician in Port Harcourt, Abi River State, Abi Obibo, where did they call him? They don't catch this man for camera where they threatening to kill voters. Politicians threatening to kill voters on election day, caught and summoned. You get it? Nigeria. It's all right. A member of the Rivers House of our Representative, Ephraim Mwizu, who was caught on camera making insightful statement to kill some Nigerians during the forthcoming presidential election, has been invited by the State Police Command. Nanyalu report that Mwizu, in a viral video that did not capture the entirety of the conversation, was seen asking for Nigerians to be shot at or killed to set an example to others so they would despise and flee for their lives. Election. okay, one day your family members will also fall victim of all this. This is 4 years they have been paying all the Igbos from the council. This is not what we will do now. What we will do is, let's crack 3 or 4 of them. Let's shoot them. When we shoot 2 or 3 and kill them, the rest will run. He said incoherently in English and one of the Igbo language that one of the Igbo language dialects, according to them. In a swift reaction, the Supervising Assistant Inspector General of Police for the elections, AIG Abuto Yaro, invited the politician for questioning. The police command spokesperson Grace Irenji Koko, in a statement shared via Twitter, said Muiz was invited to ascertain his intent and purpose in the video. The statement reads, AIG Abutu Yaro has assured INEC officials, INEC ad hoc staff, NYSC members, foreign and local observers and voters, and all other stakeholders in the election of adequate security before, during, and after the general elections. He urges all contestants and political parties to exercise caution and call on the Rivers State residents to call the police at the following emergency numbers to report all suspicious activities and persons during the elections. Please get your pen down and take these numbers. This one mainly for people in the Rivers area. 080-3200-3514. Another one is 080-9888-0134. I repeat the numbers. 080-3200-3514. The second number is 080-9888-0134. Call these numbers in case anything arose during the presidential elections that's coming on Saturday. This one is emergency hotlines for the police and the military. The magistrate court sitting in Port Harcourt are remanded with pending the outcome of the police investigation. So right now he is cooling off in the prison. That is good for him. Very, very good for him. The magistrate court had remanded the politician for 10 days to the Nigerian Correctional Service pending the investigation of the police. Let him remain there even until after handover before he will come out. Wiz was remanded over offences of treasonable felony, conspiracy, inciting violence, promotion of communal crisis, and conspiracy. If you people are doing this work, go and get El-Rufai arrested. Go and get Osomole arrested. These people have been inciting violence in one occasion or the other, and you people are not doing this work rightly. I must be honest with you people. If you want to do this work, start from the head and then down to the toe. You don't start working from the toe down to the head. No, do this work diligently, and nobody, do not be a respecter of anybody who have do what, who have defaulted, who have incite one group or the other. El-Rufai have did this countless times in Kaduna State. No one dares to call him to order or question him or even got him arrested. Now you have arrested Mwizu because have something to do with Igbos. Not that I'm supporting what he did, not that I'm supporting the video he did, not that I'm supporting the words he used. But if you want to be up and doing in your respective offices and works, do the needful. El-Rufai, governor of Ogun State, and Osomole should be brought to book. Let them face what this guy is facing. That is how to do work. Not you arrest Okeke and leave Okafor. Then tomorrow, when people begin to protest now, you begin to also to kill them. Simply because that person that you arrested is from one side of the country you think that they have been marginalized. So therefore, they don't have mouth to say anything or whatsoever. So please, take note of this. The police and the military and EFCC and other DSS operatives, take note. Governor of Ogun State, that APC governor, Adam Osomole, and El-Rufai, these three people need to answer to the government. That is all I have to say. So my good people, now here I go just drop my kaya and I go. So please make sure you share this message. Let it go to every nooks and crannies. Even to the house of the enemies of the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, let them know that even a northerner can also speak good about this young man because he has done really well as a governor of Anambra State. Now here, I can pack my car, they go. Bye for now.